We're moving in.
Who's Drusilla?
Ooh, okay.
Became a vampire.
Focusing on Drew.
First it made her insane.
Let's dig into it, dude.
A book!
Hey mate, we're all about education here, okay?
Are you a people person, or do you prefer keeping your own company? There are no boxes for none of the above.
Mac, both of them, mate. Anarchy.
These people can't tell from one multiple choice test what we're going to be doing for the rest of our lives.
Correct, Sander. Yes, we are on the same page, buddy.
You're not gonna be young forever.
Yes, but I'll always be stupid.
I'm not going to say anything.
So is ready to give a helping hand to the rich and the pretty.
Excludes you. Twice.
Is murder always a crime?
Honestly, mate, you could work on me on that. Let's moralize it. Let's philosophize, okay? Because I'm willing to brainstorm this, mate.
Ugh. I shouldn't even be bothering with this. Why are you even taking the test? It's Principal Snyder.
Of course it is, yeah.
You're not even a teensy-weensy bit curious about what kind of career you could have had?
I mean, you got to do something, shorty. Who's going to pay you? Oh, hello. We're reading cards again. Go on, Drew.
It could be, Ille. Debase the beef canoe.
Why does that strike me as not right?
You don't know. Get your beef canoe on, mate. That's all I'm saying. Sounds like something Christians would do. Do you know what I mean?
Can't you see I'm working?
Oh, man, Drew's all of us, really. Isn't she?
Even Dalton here, the big brain, he can't make heads or tails of it.
Has he tried making arts of it? I'm suddenly curious about, because right, we must have had at some point in time the trifecta of Angel, Drew and Spike. We know that Angel turned her, so he kind of did this. I'm assuming a lot here, but I'm assuming that the reason she is how she is, nah, it's not true. No. We've heard that she got really injured in Prague, right? Supposedly dead. So I wonder how much of, I'm just wondering how much of this and her, you know, struggling and having headaches maybe, whatever it might be, how much of it is what Angel did to her and then turned her, right? And psychological scars, whatever, and how much of it is Prague. Because I'm just wondering about this threesome and their relationship and how it worked. Because if it's the Angel thing and I'm working with this kind of, he tortured her psychologically, turned her, and she was a little bit, you know, loopy, chaotic when she was a vampire. Because of that, also a really interesting precedent to take into account of, I mean, does that carry over? When I mean, you'd argue not, right? So you'd argue perhaps that what Angel did doesn't really matter when she became a vampire. It almost blipped away, right? So I don't know. Sorry, questions, but I'm curious.
We're running out of time.
You like it, Brian?
Oh no, I feel like she was not ready for that, mate.
He can't help you.
Is he a traitor?
Not without
Oh,
a key.
go on.
Now will you dance?
Yes. What's he got?
Dance with you, Fed.
Oh. Very romantic.
On the Slayer's grave.
Okay, less romantic. Sorry, I'm just thinking about him doing the Macarena. That's it. That's all I got in my head now. Bad episode if that does not happen, okay? That was tight, mate. That was tight. One of these days, mate, I am punching that right in the face. That's true. Yep. Someone mining. Sorry, I don't know why I find that funny. Go and have a peek. Oh, hello, sir. Leave him be, yeah. Just a man and his etching, that's all. Oh, we're waiting, fair enough. Oh, buddy. Kick in! Oh, baby. Slap in, mate. Beautiful. I'm not being funny, mate. If I was an extra on the show back in the day and I got staked by Sarah Michelle Gellar, I would not shut up about it. That would be my party trick. It's not really a trick, is it, really? To be fair, just a brag. It is a brag. It's a big brag. It's a good brag. Is that Buffy's bed? Of course, forget it. Mate, you want to put a bell on him?
Mom's in LA till Thursday.
Why'd you come in through the window?
Habit.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you're okay. I had a bad feeling.
Like Kenobi.
It's a whole week of what's my line, only I don't get to play.
I still think you can. Like, sorry, but I mean, look, maybe I just don't know some information. Do you know what I mean? Maybe Giles has some access to Watcher funds or something and pays her a wage. I don't know. It seems weird to me.
I want a normal life, like I had before.
For me.
Whoa, buddy, don't make it personal.
Angel, it's not you.
Right? It's not about you, mate.
I wish we could be regular kids.
If only he was.
I'll never be a kid.
Right, that is the issue.
Skating was an escape.
There's a rink out past Route 17. Closed on Tuesday.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Well, that's very cute.
Oh, here I am.
Go on, what are we?
Personal shopper or motivational speaker?
I'd go with shopper, mate.
Motivational speaker on what?
Do you know what, though? I feel like she'd nail it. I'm not saying she'd be sincere, but she would nail it.
Oh, you're...
A gardener? I bet it's gardener. That's awesome though. If it's a gardener, I'd be so happy.
When you look at me, do you
Oh.
think prison guard?
I do think that this is a crock of shit. Like this whole thing. I mean, do I have to talk about it? Do you know what I mean? I do feel like most people are on the same page as me with this stuff, but it's wild to me. I personally think that we should have more freedom to find what we like as we grow. I think making decisions when you're 16, 17, 18 that could lock you in place for the rest of your life and does, right? Yeah, absolutely does. I mean, it's insane. If you want to do university, for example, going through the first time is hard enough, especially nowadays with how expensive it is and getting loans or whatever you might need. And then most students nowadays have to work as well alongside your study, which I also think is stupid. I think if you go to university, you absolutely should be free to do just that. You should be able to afford just that and to devote all of your time to your study. I think that's a given. That should be a given. This obviously isn't to say if you do something like an apprenticeship or go straight into work, then you shouldn't have avenues into those things as well that equally as viable as going to university or whatever. I very much don't kind of prescribe to this elitism of, oh, you know, you go to university and you're better than other people. I do think that as an idea as well has been less popularized as we've gone through the last 5 to 10 years, right? And actually getting lumped with the debt that you get with university as well, it's not so lauded nowadays as something savvy to do. But my point is even today, it's still a minefield. And I think if you commit to one thing, I mean, look, you know, I'm thinking of, you know, my upbringing, and you come out of secondary school, you're 16 or so. I went to sixth form. I kind of locked myself in at that point, made decisions at that point. A very sporty kid, had been sporty my entire kind of school career. Also good at English, history, loved that kind of stuff as well. Ended up getting to a point as well where I was doing creative writing, and when I was 16, I made a decision to move away from the sport, which surprised a lot of my teachers, especially my PE teachers, right? Fortunately for me, I do look back at that and I'm like, I'm glad that I did that. I think who I am today has been shaped by that decision though. Absolutely. And if I had had a change of heart later on, it would have been very hard to go back. Absolutely a huge commitment of time to go back and redo a degree or whatever it might be that I would need to go into the work, the field that I wanted to do. It's just, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And I agree with Xander. I do. I think this idea that you should be deciding at this point, I don't think this is bad from a perspective of, okay, here are some ideas, or talking to an actual human being and being like, what do you want to do? And talking them through that. I think when I was at school, I did one on a computer, but I'm pretty sure I also spoke to someone as well, which didn't help. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I do also like the way they're tying Buffy into this mix of this very depressing outlook of there's nothing for me but Slayer. And again, it's this hurdle that she has to once again find a way over.
They assigned you to the booth for law enforcement professionals.
Makes sense.
So just jump off that bridge when I come to it. I wasn't what?
On the list.
Wow, okay.
But I handed in my test. I used a number 2 pencil.
You exceeded everything, mate. They can't.
Your name wasn't up there, Will.
I feel like you beat it, Will. I don't know how, but you did. Like, just work with Giles. Just work in the library. You'll be fine. Beautiful. Well done. See? You work well together.
You'd be amazed at how numbingly pompous and long-winded some of these watchers were.
Color me stunned.
It's at this point in the show that I would be I'd be questioning the status quo of what makes a Slayer a Slayer. I have seen the final episode and I know how it goes, and actually looking at that and watching the show as I'm watching it now, I'm really happy. I'm so happy that Buffy gets what she ends up getting and getting a way out and getting to a place where she has a future that holds more choice for her. But this is the thing, at this point in the show, I would be questioning the status quo. I'm like, what decides a Slayer? Can they get out of it? Is there a way out of it? I'd have been looking at this point in the show, I would be asking the question of, when this series ends, when we get to the final episode of the show, can we find a way there? That's what I would be asking at this point, because that's, I think at this point, something I would want to see for Buffy. Because, you know, it's this young girl that you're watching week by week, going through these very hard things, have to grow up very fast, all of these traumatic events that she's having to go through. And I think it makes you as the audience start to rail against it, because you're seeing once more this young girl go through this thing that she doesn't have to, shouldn't have to, I should say, of it's not fair on her that she can't have a future. It's not fair that she's looking at her peers and they're all being like, I want to do this, this, this. Oh, okay, I'm getting this as an option, this is an option, you know, whatever. And they get to wonder at that and, you know, figure out what they might want to do with their future, and hers is consigned to her, right? And I feel like it does make the audience at this point go, again, I want this young girl to get get out of this, it's unfair that she's in it, and is there a way out of it? Do you know what I mean? So obviously I'm hearkening to the last episode that I've seen, and that does give me a lot of comfort. But I do think at this point in the show, had I not seen that last episode, I would be calling for that, and I'd be wanting to see that.
Vampire who escaped. Did you see what he took?
I can take a guess and say it was something old.
You made no effort to find out what was taken.
Have a cow, Giles.
Have a cow? Sorry, there's been a lot of beef talk, cow talk. What's going on? Is this an attack on me? Just because I'm vegan? Stop picking on me. Do you know what I mean? Like what? Keep your beef meat.
Why don't you find somebody else? Oh, that's right. There can only be one.
There we go. And now she naturally is railing against it as well. Completely natural. Considering the place that my mind went in this episode, completely natural that she is now also railing against it too.
I don't have to be the Slayer. I could be dead. Either way, I'm bored, constricted.
Do we have to be introspective now?
Yeah, buddy, come on. I know there's stuff going on, but...
Our only concern is to discover what was stolen from that mausoleum last night.
Sure. Also fair. But there's room for both.
We'll have a coronation and drink for 7 days and 7 nights. What about...
Oh, can I get an invite? That sounds awesome.
She's the bloody thorn in my bloody side.
Ooh, he is not doing well, is he? Yeah. Billy Big Boy came in straight away. You know, his first episode, he was so confident. It's so interesting to kind of contrast the spike that we got when he first came here to this guy here.
We'll never complete your cure without...
Never complete your cure. Okay, so that's the goal.
I need to bring in the big guns. They'll take care of her once and for all.
Oh, yeah, we do. Philip and Harris. I do regret what I just did.
The Order of Taraka.
The bounty hunters?
Oh, hello. Go on.
They're coming to my party.
Oh, that's nice.
3 of them.
Friends.
Isn't that overkill?
Oh.
I think it's just enough kill.
Uh-oh. I tell you what, Drew's got awesome nails, though. They are perfect.
Be free, little bird, you defy category.
She really does.
Principal Snyder,
There he is.
I want to walk in your shoes.
Oh, what's going on, buddy? He's not doing all right, I feel. Sorry, I'll be less happy about that.
Where is she?
My sir, seriously, is this just... Do you just have one thought?
For what it's worth.
It's worth nothing, Harris.
Oh, no, hey, leave Harris alone. I can't believe.
Whatever comes out of your mouth is a meaningless waste of breath.
Ouch.
An airborne toxic event.
Jeez.
I'm glad you feel comfortable enough to be so honest with me.
Fascinating.
My God.
Willow Rosenberg,
Go on.
come with us, please.
Oh, is it CIA boys? Secret agents. They've got that. Get your hands off her. Hey. Oh, no, okay.
Try the canapé.
Oh.
It's excellent.
All right, can you say it less weird? Do you know what I mean? Like, tittle my tattle, don't threaten me.
Head recruiter for the world's leading software concern.
Oh, okay, no, makes sense. Fair enough.
But I didn't even get my test back.
Willow, sit down. Have a good time.
Test was irrelevant. We've been tracking you for some time.
Oh, stalker. Fair.
Is that a good thing?
No.
I would think so.
No.
We're extremely selective.
Dear God.
Only one other Sunnydale student met our criteria.
Mate, can you blink, though? Like, just once. Who is it? Yeah, okay, no, I'm in. I'm fully in. Get down. I mean, like, sit down. Sit down. I meant sit. I genuinely meant sit down. I'm so sorry. Oh, God. I sound like Angel.
You're behaving remarkably immaturely.
I am immature.
Because you're 16. Yeah.
Simply offering some constructive criticism.
No, you were harsh.
Yeah. Oh.
God, you act like I picked this gig. But
Yeah.
remember, I'm the picked.
Yes. Oh, I love that she's standing up for herself. And she's right. Absolutely. I love that she's standing her ground. And she's actually arraying the facts before Giles. The fact that she said...
No, you were harsh.
That, absolutely true.
It's more than a gig. It's a sacred duty,
Doesn't matter. That's not a point.
which shouldn't prevent you from procuring some gainful form of employment.
Agreed. Yeah.
Such as I did.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Carve steaks for a nursery?
Point taken. I must admit, I've never really...
Thought about it.
Now there's a thought. Have you ever considered law enforcement?
But she's right. She's right to force him to have that conversation with her. Because, again, coming back to this allegory of, well, I say allegory, but I think this very real father figure that she has in Giles. And I think he needs to embody that role at this point. And I think her forcing him into that role and almost taking some autonomy in arraying him as what she needs him to be, which is fair, absolutely valid. And I think considering last episode and the relationship that it's turned into between them as equals humans, bridging that gap a little bit, I think coming into this episode and her doing that makes absolute narrative sense character-wise from where we were last episode into this episode and how that is going to change their relationship, right? And how we are seeing that change.
You remember the book that was stolen from the library? It was written by Dulac.
I like that they're linking this to that. They haven't forgotten that, you know, that book got stolen.
The book was said to contain rituals and spells
Do what?
to reap unspeakable evil.
No, good.
Vampires have stolen something from Dulac's tomb.
You think they figured out how to read the book?
Shenanigans are afoot, mate.
Something's coming, Buffy, and whatever it is, I can guarantee it's not good.
Maybe a hand. I don't know. Some kind of appendage. Don't. No. A. Get your mind out of the gutter, mate. Oh, God. Oh, these what they're called? The toccata? What are they? Oh, hello. You're very edgy, mate. Sorry. I'm acting like that's a choice. Is this another one of them? That would be interesting. He doesn't quite fit the same mold as the other guy.
I'm Norman Pfister with Blush Beautiful Skin Care.
Oh.
Just to accept a few free samples.
Free?
Yeah, oh, she's interested. Go on, mate. Get involved. Don't trust it, to be fair, mate. I mean, he looked at... Yeah, he's setting up shop, right? God. Oh, alright, maybe I need to turn that down. Jesus. Ah.
What the hell?
Okay, these guys are professionals. Oof. Oh, kick in? Oh, hello. He's a sassy. Oh, she. Sorry, I do apologise. I don't know what I was going to say. Those pants, though, are phenomenal. Was what I was trying to get at. Sassy pants. I was going towards sassy pants.
So you're saying these vampires went to all this hassle for your basic decoder ring?
What are you decoding? The cross isn't the goal.
I really have to bail, but
This is a matter of some urgency, Buffy.
Oh, she got the skating.
I kind of lack in the book area.
You go for snacks.
She should go. Gather her strength.
But ho-hos are a vital part of my cognitive process.
Then get up and work your legs, dude. Look, man, she's going through a lot. She deserves a little... She's very good, I tell you what. Yeah, she deserves a little something to just relax, you know, de-stress. Mentally, psychologically, she's got to be tightly wrong, let's say. Did she just come without Angel? Got the idea, I was like, I'll go by myself, mate. Can I cut? No, you can't. Oh, God. Get your skates on, buddy. Come on, let's see your moves. Could you imagine? They just get on the ice, the bolero, immediately. Do you know what I mean? No rehearsal, just happens. Jeez, alright. Good timing. Ooh, okay. This guy means business, huh? Yeah, take off his head with the skate. Or that. Or that. I went too far, admittedly. Beautiful.
We're close to decoding the manuscript. We just...
Hang on, so they're not vampires. So they're decoding the manuscript.
Your eye. Don't be a baby.
It's not that.
You don't like her looking at your face like this?
To touch me when I'm like this.
Right. Interesting.
Oh.
He's ashamed of what he is. Bless him. You know, this is the interesting kind of psychological stuff that I really want to dig into Angel with. Because that's almost a very human impulse that he has there, which is natural because he is, in some respects, human again, right? I mean, I know he's a vampire, but inherent in being a vampire is lacking a soul, and he doesn't lack a soul anymore. He's kind of a human vampire hybrid more so, right? So I think the very human response almost of having this, you know, monstrous visage, acknowledging that it is that, right? To him at least. That's something he's got to work through. And it's nice that obviously Buffy is primed for being able to help him with that because obviously she's not bothered at all. Accepts that about him. That's kind of the point of this relationship.
I didn't even notice.
Beautiful. And that's lovely. Oh. And again, interesting. The Slayer and the Vampire. It's never been more stark, has it? You know, I love this from a storytelling perspective. Hello, sassy pants, all right? Storytelling perspective. I tell you what, they do look messed up. You know, corpse at their feet. Just getting it on.
Order of Taraka. It's a society of deadly assassins.
Of course they are.
Bowling is a vicious game.
That's enough, Xander.
Thank you. Someone needed to... Honestly, his jokes were getting less funny.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's chill.
Unlike vampires, they have no earthly desires.
I mean, hang on. So she killed a human? Sorry, I know it's a big thing of... Because I was asking this, I think in my first ever Buffy video, and I got some comments talking about like, oh no, she can't kill humans. No, she'll never do that. So, like the first human enemy... Well, that's not true. We had the frat boys. But like that guy, I know that, you know, it was an ancient order of assassins, but it's still human, right? The whole point is that she can only slay monsters. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the line's a little blurred. I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. I don't mind. I think it's fine. I think that's interesting, right? I think they should approach that as a topic.
You can kill as many of them as you like. It won't make any difference. Where there's one, there will be another.
Well, apparently there's 3, mate. 2 left.
They won't stop coming until the job is done.
Oh, I love that. I love that that's reminiscent of Fellowship of the Ring. You know the trailer? Well, I mean, it's in the film, right? And Aragorn's like, they'll never stop hunting you. Oh, man, shivers. Shivers. Very reminiscent of that, almost.
Some are human. Some
Whoa.
are not.
Oh, okay. Some are, some aren't. But I'm assuming the guy at the ice rink was? It seemed like. What is this fresh hell, though? That's what I want to know, because I don't like that at all. No. No. Whoa. 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 What were you doing with your hand before, though? Why'd you have to do that? What did you... Look, hang on. Why are you sat in this chair, buddy? You got some binoculars. You're looking at... I'm not going to go there. I'm not... No, I choose not to. Must have been aggressive. Do you know what I mean? If he lost a hat, forget it. No, let's not. No. No. Oh, yeah. Paranoia. Fair play, mate. What? What? It didn't help, did it? Like, mate, you got to put something in there. Do you know what I mean? Trying to slick it back. Hello, Sethy boy. Oh, hello.
He's a tense person.
He took it well. I love that we were like, oh, you need to go for the hills. You need to hide out somewhere. She's just walking out in the dark to her house. Fair instinct.
It's good that she took you seriously, Giles. I just wish we knew where she was.
Yeah, because she's now without her support system of you. Which is important when we know it is. We know it's important. We know that it's been life or death sometimes, whether she has them or not. She's in a lot of danger, you know. The stakes are rising.
Angel?
Interesting. This is the first time she's been around his pad, I think. Very nice. He's not there. Huh. She's gonna sleep here. Do you know what? Probably safe. Safer. I say that. I feel like the vamps know where he lives. No, that's not true. The old ones did. The Drew and Spike, the new ones, I don't think do.
We're closed. Can't you read the sign?
Oh, we're going solo. Okay.
Hey, Angel.
It's not often, is it? We find ourselves with just him.
I need some information.
Okay.
I'm staying away from that whole scene.
Oh, mate, you played your hand too quick. You're absolutely in the scene.
I'm a little rusty when it comes to killing humans.
Spike will draw and quarter me, man.
I'll take care of Spike.
Okay.
He and that freaky chick of his are...
Ooh, damn. Is that Buffy? No. Oh, okay. Sassy pants. Jeez, man. Buddy, this is fair though. He is one stake away from biting it, ironically. Kick in! I'm gonna lean into it, mate. Oh, buddy. Oh, is she the tiger? Oh no, it's him growling. Fair enough. Sorry, I'm just thinking back to the tarot card. Do you know what I mean?
Who are you?
I heard growling. What do you want from me?
If you tell me what I need to know, I won't hurt you.
You're not in a place to negotiate, dude. Yeah.
I suggest you move quickly.
Oh god.
The sun will be coming in a few hours.
Is she putting that accent on? I don't want to assume, and I'm not an expert. I also find it really interesting that the interaction that Angel had with the barman, Buffy would not have approved of that. Do you know what I mean? That's an Angel we haven't really seen, and it begs the question, because again, we haven't really seen him one-on-one. We haven't been following him as a character, doing his own things, right? He has just been a part of Buffy's story. We haven't seen him apart. And so I wonder whether that's new for him. He doesn't dip into that very often, or whether actually he is still that kind of a person. He does threaten humans. He does get his way through threat of violence, because I think if Buffy knew that he was doing that, I don't think she would like it, and I think actually that would be grounds for her breaking it off with him. I don't think she'd like that at all. That's not me like giving judgment so much. I find it interesting, and I find it an interesting part of his character. And also, yeah, I do think that the thing with Spike and Angel and Drew, we've barely touched on really. Right? We had that first episode obviously where Spike came in, and we had that initial interesting interaction where Angel tried to trick him, and you know what I mean. And I feel like we've barely scratched the surface with that friendship, that relationship, and reconciling almost what happened there and what the reality of it is now. In that they don't get on. Angel has a soul. He's on the side of Buffy and the Slayer, while Spike is directly arrayed against her. I think it's so interesting. We barely scratched the surface of it. So him coming into that scenario and being like, "Where's Spike?" and trying to close that gap. Interesting, and it's something I want to see. see. There's a lot of, in this episode so far, there's a lot of threads that we're picking back up that we kind of let go for a while there, you know. I mean, the usual stuff with Buffy and obviously growing up and coming to terms with her role as the Slayer, absolutely. Spike and Drew coming back into it. Drew and her recovery and her ability as well to, you know, predict the future and the tarot cards and all that stuff. The book coming back into it, right? Angel and Spike, their relationship, and obviously Drew coming into that perhaps somehow. Then we've got new stuff alongside all this with the Taraka and all of that, which is new and interesting as well. And we're just picking up so many, do you know what I mean? It's this episode is like a focus for all of those things, and it's all coming together really nicely, really in a really interesting way. And I know this is part one of a two-parter, so yeah, we'll see where it goes. But so far, teeing up what promises to be, from what I can see, a really interesting story.
Willow.
Don't warn the tadpoles.
What?
It's the library, Willow. You fell asleep. Don't warn the tadpoles.
Go on, let's get into it.
I have frog fear.
I found a description of the missing Dulac manuscript. It's a ritual, Willow.
To do what? Summon someone? Change something? Heal? Well, I mean, you know, the idea, Spike's mentioned curing Drew. Is it going to change her, I wonder?
I believe the purpose is to restore a weak and sick vampire back to full health.
Right, and that's a big deal, I'm guessing. I mean, it's a good point. It's a good point. We've got, you know, we had obviously Drew and Spike coming together, and perhaps part of the issue, you know, Spike, I think it's fair to say, is formidable on his own. Obviously coming up against a wall that is Buffy and the gang, right? Maybe there is part of that is a handicap of Spike and Drew together are a force to be reckoned with. I never really thought about it, but yeah, perhaps a Drew at full strength with Spike is something to be feared. And I wonder, I think where the show seems to be building that up a little bit, I think.
Right in front of us.
Okay.
If you want to be a member of the Scooby Gang, you gotta be willing to be inconvenienced every now and then.
Oh, we are calling it the Scooby Gang. Sorry, I didn't know if that was like a fan thing or what. I've seen people comment in the Scoobs and stuff like that, but is that the first time they mention it? Because I'm pretty sure, because every single time someone's commented that, I'm like, all right, behave yourself. Do you know what I mean? Sorry. Not like in a bad way, just like I'm like, where's the connection? I get it, because Scooby-Doo, maybe. Is that where it comes from? Right? You know, hunting ghosts and stuff. It makes sense. I get it. But yeah, I didn't realize it was canonical. Apologies. I do apologize.
I'm gonna check upstairs.
They're gonna get attacked by the maggot man. Feel like they might. Oh, here we go. He does look very unassuming, doesn't he?
I'm Norman Pfister.
That fits.
I was wondering if I might
No.
interest you in some free samples.
Cordelia, mate. Oh no, of course she's gonna say yeah. Oh man, there was no chance, was there? Don't scream like the last time, please. Okay, good, thank you. Look, man, she deserved a good night's sleep. That's all I'm saying. Oh god. Jeez, man. Yes!
You must be number 2.
Did she just pause in her axe swing to let Buffy say that? Nice, hey, polite. We like it. Sassy pants is alright with me. To be fair, who am I kidding? She was alright with me as soon as I saw her pants. That's true. They are beautiful. Kick in! Ooh.
Come on. Don't make me do the chick fight thing.
Punch her in the boob. Oh, okay. I mean, it's not where I'd have gone. Double kick in!
Who are you?
What? You don't know?
I'm Kendra,
Beautiful. All right.
the vampire slayer.
What? Wait. Okay. No, that's interesting. Okay. The vampire... Come on. Behave yourself. All right, well, we'll leave that there. Do you know what? I'm not going to, again, I know it's a two-parter. I'm not going to render judgment. I'm going to just go straight into the second episode. Look, the plan for this is, if you're watching this on my early access, the next episode is going to be coming soon. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is going to come out, then there'll be a good place, and then the second part of this will be after that. So it'll be in 2 videos time, as opposed to the next one. If you'd like the second part earlier, it's on early access right now, so feel free to do that. If not, feel free to wait as well. No pressure either way, but that's going to be the plan. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time watching my videos, please do subscribe down below. There are some links as well in the description. If you'd like to support me, there is, like I say, early access down there. YouTube memberships, Patreon, exactly the same. Just depends which one you prefer, mate. Hey, choice is always nice, do you know what I mean? Thank you, as always, to those who do support me. Thank you. Other than that, watch this video right here to keep the good times rolling. And with that said, I'll see you soon.